Howdy. So today, on this December day, probably December 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that, it's incredibly warm out. The sun's out and it's warm and the wind's not too bad. So today is the day that, well, I'm tackling one of the jobs on the old red Polara here. And well, right now, we've got parts. So I got both of I got the wiper motor out of the Polara, which is this guy. Found out it's a variable speed unit. I went out to my buddy Jesse's place because he offered me a wiper motor out of a parts car we drug home, and ended up being a 2-speed. Found out my car's got a 3-speed motor, and well, I was like, well, I don't want to change my stuff over and go with a smaller motor. So one eBay visit, and really not that much money later, we got a better unit. Plus this one, this shaft likes to come out like it's not attached. This one's not like that, neither is the other one. We got good plugs on this one, and so I got these two ends. Now this is off a 65, and here's the difference between a 65 and say a 64. 64 uses this older style here. It's smaller, and typically they got a little bolt or nut that screws down over the wiper. It slips over here. And in 65, late 64, they swapped over to the more conventional style. And Jesse's the one who told me that. I've already got the foam seal on this on both sides. I'm going to put some seam sealer on those to really seal them up. But there it looks without the foam seal around the shaft here. And literally it's just the same thing. It's just two different styles, and these pieces are interchangeable. And I just got grease on my hand. Fantastic. So that's what's going to happen, because I want this car to be fully functional and drivable and all that stuff, especially in the rain. So we're going to clean up where the old pivots were, and then get that new wiper motor in, and then this car will have wipers, and it should be sealed up basically for good. All right, a quick redaction from what I had shown you. See, it's sitting up in there mocked up. This little seal was on the shaft, and I have removed it because the foam gasket, the white one there, that is the base gasket. And I read the instructions, and this guy goes on from the outside and seals up that hole and cavity. And you're supposed to install this with non-petroleum based lubricant and only use your hands to squeeze it into that little hole. So fun. All right, guys, so welcome to the old mobile workshop here. I just got done from being in the dash. I'm gonna tell you what, this job really sucks, but you know what, it's one of those things that's gotta happen. Okay, this side, super easy, believe it or not, because nothing happened there. See, that's all factory. And then we snake our way across dash. There's our new 3-speed variable motor. Yes, I know that connector's broken, but it's actually fine. Just a little piece of it. This one, this side, however, this whole side was replaced. And if you'll just join me underneath the dash, you'll see this line. We have these things in place. Look at that. Actually get this thing centered in there. So now we got those on both sides, and actually I bet you that's why they got that adjustable piece, is so you can get these perfectly centered. So I got the foam strip on that one. I took it off on that side because I was fighting it so much and I didn't want it to get tore. So now I'm gonna take this guy back off now that I know it fits, because I was worried maybe the holes weren't lining up, or God forbid, who knows. So now that's taken care of. Oh yeah, and my words of advice to anybody who's ever doing this in the future on an early B body with wipers, do it before you put the dashboard in. And maybe before, you know, you got a steering column, which this steering column's got to come out. I just refuse to take it out yet. Be a lot easier without that or the wheel in the way. But yeah, you want to do this job a lot easier? Don't do what I'm doing. Take the dash out. All right, so what's going to happen next? I'm going to take some of this automotive seam sealer, aka caulking, and I'm going to put some caulk on this foam seal, and then I'm going to glue it up underneath the dash, and then I'm going to put a little more caulk on that there pivot piece right there, and I'm going to glue everything together so that way no water gets past that point. And then it says to use a non-petroleum lubricant for this other seal in here, and I'm pretty used to working with sizes that about that size. It's almost a little big, actually. Yeah, it's a little big. Anyways, I'll get some lubricant for this guy. Alrighty, so next thing on the docket for the old Polara is yesterday I ripped out the old heater box, and it's giant rat's nest that filled a trash bag. This thing was packed. That whole accordion piece here, I could see the nest poking through that hole. Whole thing was just jam-packed. And what really sucks is it looks like this thing may have been, you know, restored at one time. I don't know. All the vacuum pods seem to be pretty strong. They all seem to work pretty good, but the heater box itself is pretty roached. We got that one for Anna's 64 Erlene, and this one I recently got from my buddy Jesse when we were out there getting parts. And so I'm going to probably just go ahead and throw this one in, because this actually came out of a runner driver that was just a little too rotten to put back on the road. And I also got the wiper assemblies from it, and I got a thing to fix the broken wiper pivot, which I may have not showed you or not, but just letting you know. Got the heater box out, turd stand here, got this one, we're going to swap it in there. That'll take care of all that, and then just keep on making progress. We'll probably eventually rip that steering column out. That'll be the one I'm going to put in. It's nice, original, not messed up. I just had to repaint it. And then of course there's our 4-speed console. That'll go in at some point, probably not in the course of this video. But yeah, so just wanted to give you a little progress update on what's going on with the old Polara. I oiled it up, and then I ended up deciding to clean it up, sanitize it, rust converted it, and then applied a satin clear coat. I liked how it looked before it was glossy, so I figured the satin will look really nice next to the high gloss dash. So next time we see this, it'll have the right finish to it, hopefully. And don't mind any of the runs that you may or may not see. Those were no extra charge, as my dad would say. Alrighty, well, you'll notice that we're in the shop now. Got the old heater box. It's been actually a number of days because ran into a little snag with the old wiper motor scenario. But you also notice in those bags I found some stuff on Amazon that should work for new ducting to replace the big accordion here that goes from this to the main door jamb, and then I got some little ducts to go off of the heater hoses there. But I don't know if I really went into depth with it already, but I'm not going to get super detailed. But these are the 65 wiper pivots. These are 1 year only. They're conversion units. You can use these in 64s, and I guess technically any early B body, unless they're different in 62 and 3s. But yeah, these use a normal style head on it instead of the one that's threaded with a nut. So you can take these and put them on your 64 assembly and use modern wipers. But the issue I ran into is my studs weren't quite in the right place from when we replaced all the cowl, or when my buddy did all that. And yeah, this guy got a little twisty, and then it broke in a bunch of pieces. So this one's junk. I glued it together with super glue to keep a picture of it. But my buddy Howard sent me another pair, along with another buddy had another complete 65 assembly. And well, between all that, we got plenty of spare parts. So I think it's time we see if we can get that heater box put in, and see if those new hoses are going to count at all in replacing the old stuff. Alrighty, so I just want to show you, there's our space. So we're gonna sound deaden since the original material turned into a mice nest. So I cut this piece out. That should work out pretty good. This Silas brand, I got this off of the old Amazon. It's not bad stuff. It reminds me a lot of the Jegs brand quiet mat that I've got a bunch of. I just didn't want to go dig for it. I bought a bunch of this because it was on sale, and I was hoping it'd be pretty decent, and it is. One of the main things you want to look for with heat and sound deadeners, it's pretty heavy, and that it, kind of like this stuff. I don't know how else to describe it. There's stuff that feels good, and there's stuff that don't, if you know what I mean. And you want the good stuff. This stuff appears to be pretty good. So, you're gonna do the firewall there to make sure it holds a little bit of heat, keeps the rattles down, and I'll show you in a bit. All right, just like that, we got this toe board done, and just put some patches up in there where the heater box will be living. As you can see, See some of the original insulation still in place. And that's where the heater box lives. That's where it was all removed. They do sell lots of different tools you can use for molding that shit around. And little rollers and whatnot. I just use screwdriver handle or my hands. God gave you the best pair of hammers right here. Also in the name of dick beaters. Anyways, so now you can see all of our holes are plugged off that we're gonna need to open up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up them heater hoses, all those stud holes, get our heater box in, get that last wiper blade installed right there, or wiper pivot, and then the old Polara will be sealed up. One less job you have to do, just to make it a functioning driving car. Alrighty, it got a little bit late on us with the old Polara, but got everything done I set out to do. Just took a little bit longer. Heater box is all done. Both windshield wiper pivots are installed now, including the driver's side. They're both sealed up. And everything inside of here should be, minus where the master cylinder goes and that kind of stuff, that'll still be open, but everything else should be pretty well sealed up. So it won't be long since we got that sound deadener started. Now the interior is actually sealed up technically, for the most part. Probably go ahead and keep laying down the sound deadener material, get this cabin kind of taken care of. But that's nothing I really need to bother with showing you, just want to let you know. The wipers are all hooked up now. There's our other pivot. Don't mind the massive amount of seam sealer. Yeah, it still doesn't fit the best. I had to take a 1/2-inch drive extension and run it through that hole and get an idea where the studs lined up, because that's the side we had to replace. And well, it doesn't quite line up like it's supposed to, but it's good enough. It will work, and that's all I'm after, is functional wipers that are sealed up and won't leak, and they should just do that. So that's going to conclude everything we got going on for right now. So thank you guys for checking this out up to this point, and well, just really appreciate the heck out of it. I really do, because we're making progress, and well, sometimes that's kind of hard to do. And well, as you can see, sun is setting, so catch you guys in the morning. And it won't be long before we'll be stabbing the whole drivetrain in the old Polara, since well, everything else is basically attended to underneath the dash that I'm pretty sure I started out to do. This is gonna be cool. Progress is good. Alrighty, folks. Well, it is the following day since we did the heater box and wiper assembly stuff. And well, you notice all the windows are down, my blue door, and bam! Look at that. So if it takes you a minute to realize what's going on up there, that's the roof. I came out here and sanded down the roof because it had a bunch of surface scale rust on it. And I was like, no way, Jose, I can't live with that. So I hit it with some of my remainder silver pour 15 that's left over from when we did the floors. And well, as soon as that gets all dried up and cured, this bad boy is going to be ready for the rest of the sound deadening. Which starting to look like a proper project car with, oh man, look at all the strips. I forgot that I had just a little bit of paint left, and I was gonna go ahead and do all that. And then for some reason, it must have been extra thick up there, because it started dropping like World War II bombs, you know, like, you know, a bad reference. Anyways, it started dropping everywhere, and I was afraid I was gonna get it in my hair, because I'm kind of a little puss like that sometimes, you know. And anyway, so I hurried up and just did the brace, ran out of paint basically, and just said, screw it, good enough. Got the remainder leaking into the bigger can, which have a better seal. And well, I will catch you guys next time when we continue on with making the Polara less dookied. Alrighty. Welcome to the following day, everybody. It does look pretty nice. It dried really nice. Man, I almost don't want to put anything in there. Pretty happy with that. That laid out really nice. Those were just two really old cans of POR 15, or POR 15 as you also hear me call it. It's a rust encapsulating paint if you're not familiar. I kind of forget that it's not as like big name as I would think it would be, and there's still quite a few people who ask me about it. So it's really good stuff. And you don't have to have perfectly clean floorboards. It can be applied to semi-rusty surfaces. But it's always best to knock down as much of the hard stuff as possible, and then you get a finish like that. And as far as I know, this stuff does not stay UV stable. Matter of fact, you'll see that's all silver, bright silver, and then out in the sun, the silver fades to kind of a green color almost, a light green. Works in my duster because it's supposed to have a green interior. But anyways, whole point I'm saying is, there it is, as it is, and we're going to put some sound deadener on it, because right now, that's going to be really tinny and awful for driving. So we're going to come back and we're going to show you what that sounds like when you actually put some sound deadener in there, and also hold the heat. All right, folks, well, I was really shooting for about the most professional looking job I could do, and don't judge me, but not done yet. But I tried to seal everything up. You'll see over there, I've bridged it to the inner roof structure, and right there, tried to keep it connected. Did a better job on this side, had to make some cuts for the wire lumen. I'm gonna get those two little open spots there and there, and then I've got this middle spot and then up in there. Those areas are not necessary to do because all the sound deadening job is done. See? I mean, you hit it from this side, it's going to be sound deadened, but now it is considerably, well, there is no 10. Doesn't matter where you tap on it, it's all sound deadened. So the same thing's going to probably have to happen to these doors, because when you shut these doors, they, that's the stuff you're trying to get rid of, that sound. It sounds like it just knocked something loose. Crap. Oh, it would appear, I think the door might, oh my, the door shuts better now. Sweet. Two birds, one stone. All right, so it's another beautiful day. The clouds are out, no sunshine, but it's warm out. Can't really complain. And I just want to show you that I got, don't mind some of the scrap pieces down there at the bottom, but I got that the driver's door a little bit sound deadened. I put some sound deadening up inside on the outer shell here, and then I just went around finding all the rattles and just trying to dampen them. But I want to have you listen to this. We're going to do it again. We're just going to, all right, we have that, which is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And even if you just let this door kind of slam on itself, actually, must be a really good day because it just shut. There. But yeah, it even sounds more solid and not as rickety. So, test proven correctly. Did not waste it as I installed it there. Sound dampening to this door. A little bit of stuff on the rod right here to keep it from making too much rattling noises. Ideally, I was thinking about wrapping stuff all the way around this sharp edge, because one, it's sharp, and then that would help with that kind of tone. But the door panel is going to take care of most of the stuff on the actual door itself. So the main focus was taking care of some of the void and cavity inside of here. See how we did. Didn't sound too bad. Oh, look at that. One finger. All right, well, hopefully that did some good. It's hard to say. I think once I get the, if I ever get some cat whiskers, that'll really help, because this is like the remainder of any real rattle. Otherwise, it's not too bad. You know, you shut it with the glass. Sounds pretty good. And you come over to the driver's side. This door doesn't always shut the best. Well, whether or not it did any good or not, my grandpa's saying, just because you know you're doing your motor good, still applies. Can't hurt nothing. So, good morning, Mr. Castaldo, the Fun City Flyer. Someday, soon, we'll get back to you. But, guys, gals, today is the day that when we finally, look at that battery tray. Ooh, that looks nice. That we get the sound deadener finished up in the old Polara. So I'm grabbing my other giant pack I got in here in the shop. And if I need more, I've got a brand new box, a giant box of the Jegs brand stuff, which was going to be for the 300, but you know, priorities, one at a time. Anyways, I got a guy coming to buy a 4-speed today, potentially, so I figure the Lord has blessed us with a very beautiful day. It's like 30 or 40 degrees, but the sun is out, as you can see, and when you got the sun to your back, you'll stay warm. That's heavy. So, a little bit's changed here at the Polara. Let me tell you, the reason why we took a break is because, well, engine and transmission's fully mounted, drive shaft's in it now, shifter's all hooked up, clutch is all hooked up. There's just a few things we got left to do. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done here in the interior, but one of the big things is getting it all sound deadened. We already took care of the roof, and well, upon doing that as a 32-year-old, now 33-year-old guy, and my hands, they hurt sometimes. It sucks to be feeling this old so fast. It's probably one of the horrible side effects of having all cool old buddies. When all your friends are 20 years to 50 years older than you. So I decided to take up my buddy Rob's advice finally, because he used to give me crap because I refused to ever get these, because I just used to use my hands to pound in all the sound deadener, and now it just hurts to do that. So I got those three, got this guy, bought all that crap off Amazon, but hopefully that helps with laying this stuff out, because I want to make it look good. And it looks like I got to do some cleaning in the floorboard first, but all right, we're gonna get to work, probably hyperlapse this so we can finish this out. Thank you for being here to check this out, fellers and non-fellers. Alrighty, everybody, so as you may have noticed, it got a little dark on us, and that seems to happen when well, the sun goes down and you keep working and you don't bring a flashlight, and you keep thinking, oh, just a few more minutes, I'll go get the flashlight, and that never happens. So I just got out here and finished up the two rear sections. I thought about putting some stuff on the wheel tubs, but I think it'll be fine. I didn't get super crazy on the doors and stuff because they've already got coating in there, and just wanted to kill the biggest stuff, which I already showed you. But I may have got a little overkill on the floorboard, but you know what? It makes a hell of a difference in here as far as climate, sound, and everything else. It sounds, to me, it almost sounds like a radio studio. I don't know. I had my music in here and it just slowly got better and better sounding. So I'm going to say the old sound deadener did the trick. So that was definitely worth all the time and effort. So now we just got to focus on the next step. Alrighty, so the next thing on the old Polara is we got the heater box in there and everything. And well, this is a common occurrence on just about any old car, is your old ductwork just, well, it does that. And it's kind of sad. I know you can buy this stuff probably reproduction, but we got the Amazon. So if anybody doesn't want to spend a bunch of money on the repop stuff, because I have no idea what that stuff costs if you buy the reproductions, but even like our big boot here, it's not in the best of shape, but I measured it and it appears to be just shy of 7.5 inches, and these little guys are about 2.5, give or take. And so I found this stuff on Amazon, which that was kind of cool. I didn't expect it to actually all just pop out like that. But this stuff is a little bit bigger. Wow, okay, that explains a lot. Okay. And this stuff, which is extremely springy, holy crap. I have already installed some of this, but I just want to show you, you know, just matter-of-factly. Alright, this has been a nightmare to try and measure this. My tape measure keeps flying off, but this is just a little bit over 2.5 inches. I'm sorry I don't have the part numbers, but doesn't seem like it's going to matter that much, because yeah, the hose clamps were extra huge, and these are actually larger than the factory stuff. But the nice thing is, with persistence and a little bit of ingenuity, you can make stuff happen. So all that's hooked up, everything in the wiper assembly is hooked up, everything's tightened up, so we're good to go as far as everything we needed to get done on the dash. Now we can start messing with trying to get all the vacuum lines hooked up, work on all the wiring, and all that other hoopla. So folks, guys, gals, thank you for being along for this long journey, because this is not just a car we're slapping together, which there are plenty of times when you can slap a car together, but there's also times when you just got to do stuff right. And this car was basically it's already been through the ringer, and you get one shot to kind of do everything just about as good as you can. And well, I'm not super concerned with the exterior, but everything I touch, by golly, or everything I should say we touch, will be prettied up and blinged up. One piece at a time, folks. So as always, look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And as always, I hope you take care, and look forward to seeing the next one here real soon. So everybody, thank you for being a part of the journey. See you next time. Bye-bye.